Welcome back, everyone. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I've had my fair share of struggles in the microphone department. I spent countless hours trying to get reliable setup that works consistently. Let me share with you a story about how this $50 mic changed everything. I started off with this Corsair wired mic that I've had for probably at least 5 years or so. I wasn't really taking YouTube or anything super seriously with content creation. When I got started, I always kind of, in the back of my mind, worried about its quality. Most people were polite at first, saying the mic was fine. I kind of knew it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't to the levels that I really wanted to be at. It only took a couple of commenters complaining about the audio quality to convince me I needed to change something. Around that same time, a member of the Discord community actually reached out and gave me one of their spare mics and mixers that they just had laying around in storage. It was pretty old, but it was still going to be an upgrade from what I had. Little did I know, this was actually going to be the very beginning of a long struggle of getting the mic set up and using different softwares to get the audio levels working correctly, and honestly just a few months of just a lot of audio troubles. Between the several software programs I used to get the mic to be audible and the multiple connections I had to use, there always seemed to be something that went wrong. My main issue was that it kind of became really tinny and hard to understand. It at times would actually sound like a robot was going. And the real struggle came when I would go and start a live stream and it would actually not be registered. So I'd have to unplug and replug it in, or mess with software to get it working during the live stream, which is always super stressful. The final straw was when I went to do a recording session. I actually recorded 3 videos back to back. I was short on time. It was my only time to record that week, so I had to make the most of it. So I pumped out 3 recordings real quick and sent them to the editor, and turned out all those recordings were basically useless because of the mic had picked up the tinny situation it kept falling itself into, and ultimately the footage was lost. After that, I would always do a test recording before every live stream or video recording, but this got to be just really tedious, and if you're going to be doing something so often and it causes you such headache every time, it's something worth fixing. So it started to really drag me down on my excitement and desire to record when I realized, oh yeah, but I gotta go check to see if the mic's going to work. And finally, there's some sessions where the test would turn out fine, but when it was actually time to record, for whatever reason, partway through the recording, it would just fall apart and really ruin the whole video. So finally, I started looking for an extremely budget-friendly solution. I really wasn't in the market to buy a mic. I didn't want to spend big money. I know a lot of streamers and YouTubers and podcasts, there's a lot riding on the mic and the audio quality, and there can be a lot of money spent and a lot of headache gone through to get those to work. So I knew I was kind of in the right demographic for this. It was actually ShiftTab who suggested that I reach out to FIFINE and check them out and see if they would be willing to sponsor a video. So before I continue, I do want to mention that FIFINE did send me the mic, or rather reimbursed me for it. But actually, while waiting to hear back from them, I decided to go and purchase it myself. I did put my own money on the line, and I had no promise of being reimbursed or the deal going through. But before they ever reached out to me or got back to me, I already fell in love with the mic. It was a really good purchase, and I'm really glad I got it. Them sponsoring the video is really just a cherry on top. If you're watching this video, then you're probably close to taking some sort of action on your audio setup. The question you really need to ask yourself is this: is a plug-and-play mic that works every time and has great sound quality worth $45, $50 for you? Right now, as of recording, it's on sale for $45. I think normally it's $50 or $55. But what I'm going to do is play a mix of audios from the 3 mics that I've used in the last year and let you hear the differences. I won't disclose which one is which until the end, so take a listen and see if you can guess which mic is which. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Today we are going drag racing again. We're going to take Pearl and our Burnside out. See if we can better our times. Pearl, if I remember correctly, had a time of 10.5, somewhere in that area. It was in the 10s. We're going to see if we can break the 10s, go into the 9s. I still want to keep the stock engine that I have in it, but we're going to see if we can add some nitrous, maybe some suspension, maybe some tires. Alright, welcome back. It's another episode of our playthrough. Let's see, last time we got our drift wagon, our drift daily, or a daily drift car, kind of built up a little bit, got the bare bones figured out. More parts need to go into this, but first we need to make some more money. Really got like 16 grand. I'd like to not think about our budget if we're building that car. One thing we did need to do is work on our repo truck. So we had a couple of issues with it. One, welcome back everyone. We are here in a new season of the career playthrough. Finally restarting here. Hope you guys had a good holiday break. We're just getting back into the swing of things. I guess mod production is getting back in the swing of things as well. By the time this video comes out, the hotfix should have already come out. And yeah, this should. We're still working on more fixes and more features. But we have some really big announcements coming up soon. So do be on the lookout here in the next couple weeks. All right, let's go for a little test drive. We're not going to run any nitrous. Turbo making 30 psi. That's a close one. Does take a second to spool. I think we go ahead and do a launch real quick. So first we'll make sure we can get through the mud drag. Turn traction control off. Put in 4-wheel drive. I think we're gonna go with 4 high. I think 4 low will be too low. We're staged there. And we're off. I've not done it in a vehicle like this before. Honestly, not bad at all. Uh-oh, spoke a little too soon. It's really easy to make money on the cheaper cars, but it's not super profitable. What I mean by you only make a couple thousand at a time, likely. You can make bigger money on the more expensive vehicles, but the risk is higher because that swing, they can also be overpriced by more as well. So that's pretty good. I'd like to be able to get there a little more easily. We got 8,500 bucks out of that. Well needed money for all the. We spent about 25,000 on all these cars. So yeah, great stuff. Let's go back to our burn side and get that ready to go drag racing. All right, hopping into our burn side here. Really love this lowered look. We're gonna go ahead and get into the 8-second class and see how we do. Just take a look actually under the hood. I want to see if this changed the radiator at all. Oh, very nice. Nice silver. I don't think we can see the turbos in there. I don't know if they actually add new parts to look at. But overall, happy with the build. Probably overkill for a repo truck, but at least we can also go mud racing whenever we feel like it. In about 30 minutes of gameplay, maybe 45, depends on if you're gonna like try to refresh dealerships. You can make up over 100 grand, come out with a scintilla, starting off your career. So that's super excited. It didn't come in the blue that we thought it would. But I think this, I don't know, maybe this is the car we start with. Kind of a lot of car to start out with. Maybe we take it to the track or something. You could probably hear the difference and tell for yourself which mic was which, but the first one was the Corsair headset. Like I said, I've had this mic for at least 5 years. It's been a really long time. It served me really well, and I still use it for as a headphone really now, just not using the mic section of it. I have gotten my money's worth out of it, but I wouldn't say it's the best for actually content creation and creating, or I guess recording your audio. It's I still the mic owes me nothing. It's a great mic for just gaming with your buddies and whatnot, but if you're looking for just pure audio quality, I wouldn't recommend it. Number 2 is what I would call the junkyard mic almost. Now, I think it's a fine mic. It's a Samsung Q2U USB mic through an Alias IO2 mixer. It was like the storage section of my friend's stuff. So, well, like I said, the mic sounded good at times. It was such a struggle to get it right. To put it into perspective of cars, I'd almost say it was that car it's really fast, but it takes so much maintenance and is so finicky and hard to drive. Really not worth the headache, in my opinion. Now, I believe that mic and mixer are pretty old, so You know, there probably could have been a better way to do things, but like I said, just having that plug and play setup really makes a huge difference when you sit down and try to record. And of course, number 3 was the FIFINE USB XLR dynamic microphone. The link's in the description, and I highly recommend you take a look if you're tired of battling your audio setup or feel your audio is not up to par. As many of you will be looking into this as being your first mic, I wish you the best of luck in your YouTube channels and podcasts or live streaming, whatever it is that you're doing. Really give this a solid look and tell them I sent you. With that, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. So take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I found